Today we're going to be working on a Frigidaire top and bottom refrigerator. The model number is on the display. Welcome to DIY Repair Now. Read all the warnings, and during this video you will see one or more of these icons to help you do this repair safe. So the complaint that we have with this refrigerator is that it's not cooling properly, or is only cooling on the freezer side. Now when we open the freezer, we noticed that we couldn't hear the fan blowing air or spinning, okay? And we also focused with our phone and saw that the blade wasn't moving, so we determined that fan motor have to be replaced. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the 3 screws that are holding the ice maker. There's 2 screws. Sorry I didn't got that part really good on the video because I had my GoPro on my chest, but you get the idea. It's a simple 2 screws in top of the ice maker and 1 on the bottom. Once you remove the 1 on the bottom and get loose the 2 on the top, you will be able to lift it up and move it out of the place. Now you're gonna go ahead and press and release the harness for the ice maker. Once you remove the ice maker out of the way, you're gonna remove the 1/4 screws that are holding this back freezer panel. Once you remove the 2 screws that are holding the panel, you're gonna go ahead and bring it down to be able to disconnect the harness that is right there. I don't know if we got that on camera, but that's where the harness go. And if you disconnect the harness, then the whole panel will come down. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the whole panel out, and this is the new part. There's a link in the description of this video if you want to get this part if you have the same model on the refrigerator. Now the customer is mentioning that the light is not working right, so we're gonna leave that for the last and see why that light is not working. So now we're gonna go ahead and try to remove this from cover that also is the conduit that throws the air to the refrigerator compartment, just to make sure we don't have any ice build up in that compartment. You will see it has like a male to female clamps, and they just come loose. This way we also gonna go ahead and remove the fan blade and remove the 2 1/4 screws that are holding the evaporator fan motor in place. We're gonna get this out of the way, and now we removing the 2 screws, like I said, to get the fan out of this cover. Once you remove the 2 1/4 screws, you're gonna be able to access to the fan motor housing, and that's when you're gonna remove another 1/4 screws that are holding the fan motor in this housing. Once you remove the 2 screws, you remove the front bracket, and you have access to remove the whole entire fan motor. Press and release the harness. Sometimes it get a little stuck, but if you press the 2 taps on the side, it will come loose. Sometimes it will even have ice on it, but that will not stop you from getting it disconnected. If it's frost, just throw some hot water and that will help you. Now connect the new fan motor and go ahead and install the new fan motor in the housing, and connect this from a bracket that holds the fan motor in place. I always use the drill to do this. You can put it in automatic, that way it doesn't over tighten it, but my suggestion would be to do it with a screwdriver. Remember, it's a 1/4 screwdriver that you need. You can also get those universal screwdrivers that work with different sizes. Okay, this is a washer that goes on the tip of the fan motor. Once you get that bracket in his position, go ahead and install the 2 1/4 screws that holds the front, that holds the fan motor bracket in the panel. Once you got it in place, as you see, this is a very simple repair. Go ahead and install the blade where it goes. And this front panel, you put the 2 tabs on the top, and then there's another 6 tabs that will have to clip in place, as you see in this footage. So there's a total of 8 tabs, 2 on the top and the other 6 and the rest of the frame. Now remember how I disconnected the harness. Go ahead and connect the harness. Don't forget to put the harness the way it should be. And this is a little tricky. We have to fit the tube for the ice maker, and we have to grab that tube with the needle nose to go back in this hole, like so. Once you get the panel in place, go ahead and install the 2 1/4 screws that holds this panel in place. Once you do that, go ahead and at least have 1 screw on the ice maker, and then go ahead and install the ice maker back in place. Remember, you see 1 screw right there on the left, so I leave 1 on just to hold it in place, and I'll look for a way to install the one in the front. This is a little tricky because it's hard to see inside. You can put a chair and try to feel, trying to get inside, that way you can see where the screw goes, but sometimes I just feel with my hand where it goes. And then also the screw on the bottom of the ice maker. Now we're going to go ahead and connect the refrigerator, and it's blowing already. Everything should be fine. At this point, the customer is telling me that the light bulb on the freezer wasn't working, so I just removed the one for the refrigerator and put it on the freezer, and it did work. As you see right now, it came on. So that means everything on the wire inside is fine. And then I go ahead and install the one for the freezer on the refrigerator. One has brighter light than the other, so I switch it back. Both lights were working fine. They just needed to be tied in place. And install the cover for the light. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.